We all know about the honeybee, but what about the carpenter bee, or sweat bee? In Michigan alone, there are over 450 different species of bees, which is just a drop in the bucket compared to the 3,600 bee species in the US and the more than 20,000 bees around the world. But in our efforts to save the honeybee, more than half of native bee species are on the decline across the US. The leading cause of native bee decline is, you guessed it, climate change. Bumblebees, leafcutter bees, and orchard bees are built for the cold weather, and as the global temperature rises, these fuzzy friends become less and less adapted to their environment. But scientists at the MSU Pollinator Center also note that habitat loss and pesticide use have a major impact on native bee populations. So what can we do to save all the bees? As you plan your garden, make sure to include as many native species as you can, flowers and shrubs. While honeybees are generalists and will usually feed on just about anything, many native bee species prefer to feed on native plants, like this wild geranium here. The more native plants, trees, and shrubs you plant in your garden, the more native bees you'll attract. Most native bee species are solitary souls who prefer to make their nests underground, especially in naturally occurring tunnels like those in dead plant stems. Avoid tilling or turning soil in residential gardens and yards to preserve these nest sites. What do you see when you look through this yard? For many, they may wish their neighbor would clean up a little bit, but for a native bee, this is a luxury resort to ride out the cold Michigan winters. Still can't bring yourself to give your yard to the bees? That's okay. You can also create a bee hotel like this one here. Our last tip to save all the bees is to limit your use of pesticides. For more information on how you can save all the bees, visit us online or come see us here in person at the Michigan State University Bug House.